Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, we're going to retry Orzhov Ketramose. So, with Spider-Man, we got a little new card called Terminus of Return that a lot of people have been trying out, and I want to try out in this Orzhov deck as well. But with playing this Orzhov deck, I feel like it is very important right now to hit graveyards, to hit on graveyards. So many graveyard combo decks running around that Strategic Betrayal just became an insanely good card because it's a removal, it's also a graveyard hate, and it triggers Ketramose for a free card draw. So that's what the combo I really want to hone in on for this deck. So that being said, though, there is some other things that is pretty important in the current meta. Deadly Cover-Up is a pretty good card. Obviously, we get to look at our opponent's deck and exile some important cards, and also give us information about what we should name in Ancient Vendetta. We can also do that with Duress, which is kind of also getting information, pretty critical. And Ultima, oh, is this card important in so many artifact matchups? Jeskai artifact, Azorius artifact, there's a lot of artifact decks out there that runs the Simulacrum. Guess what? Nothing stands up to the Ultima, so they get blown up that way. So that is the whole idea of the deck, and also Ultima doesn't hit our Soulstone, because our Soulstone is indestructible. That's pretty fun, right? And our whole deck is just stall, 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 control until there's nothing else. We land Eugene and then we kill them. That's the whole idea of the deck. And the kill, the kill that we have in this deck is attacking with a 4/4 Ketramose. Just 4 damage a turn until our opponent don't want to play anymore. We do have Fountainport, so we can always get the fish and attack with more fishes. And then we can Outrageous Robbery to get our opponent's win con and kill them with that as well. Especially with Soulstone, we can ramp out a lot of mana and it will kill them with the Robbery that way. So those are all the ideas for the win cons of this deck. But we've got to talk about what the actual deck list is. So turn 1, we got 3 Seam Rip and 4 Duress. If our opponent has creatures, we can Seam Rip them. If our opponent has, control cards, we Duress them out of their hands. Turn 2, here comes our removal. So we got 4 Strategic Betrayal, 2 Nowhere to Run, and 2 Exorcise. So I really like running Exorcise in the deck because there are always enchantments and artifacts out there that we can catch. And so many people get greedy and they don't try to remove artifact and enchantments. I think Exorcise is a really good card because if there are no artifact and enchantment, they can still hit creatures with big power. So it's something. The only downside is the sorcery speed, but guess what? Sorcery speed actually combos pretty well with Ketramose because you can only draw cards on your turn. So sorcery speed makes it on your turn and you exile things to draw cards. Now, these are our interactions, but we also have 1 Terminus of the Return for, a Mana Rock, and then we have 4 Mazemind Tome to draw us a bunch of cards. Those are our turn 2 play. Turn 3, we got 4 Ketramose. Of course, you want to throw your Ketramose as soon as possible and get the whole deck churning. And we have 2 Archenemy's Charm, which can serve as an exile, can serve as a return Ketramose, or can serve as lifelink, which we'll probably never use. Most likely it's just a 3-mana exile target creature or planeswalker, which in this deck I don't think it's too bad, right? Being an exile and draw a card is still fairly relevant. And then we go to our turn 4, which is the 1 Ancient Vendetta. It's a pretty good card to run into, especially with Duress, but mostly on turn 4, we probably just want to hold up a Fountainport and threaten our opponent with 2 2-drops, especially a Nowhere to Run, and an activation on a Mazemind Tome. That's usually where a good turn 4 comes in. And in 5 mana play, 3 Ultima, 3 Deadly Cover-Up. That's a lot of board wipes. We ensure that our opponent has no board with this many board wipes. Be careful with Ultima though. It will catch your Mazemind Tome in the shuffle or in the mix. So you might want to use up your Mazemind Tome before your Ultima, unless you kind of have to board wipe to not die. In those cases, your Mazemind Tome is going to get swept up anyways, or you die. So that's fine. And then going to the big mana plays, we got 1 Ugin and we got 1 Outrageous Robbery. This deck only runs 1 Robbery, so unless you are pressed for card advantage, try to hold your Robbery to rob for a big big pile if you can. That's the whole idea of the deck. Of course, very control-y deck, so we're going to run 25 lands. 1 Adagia, 1 Plain, 2 Swamps. And then we got a dual color lens, 4 Bleachbone Verge, 4 Concealed Courtyard, 4 Godless Shrine, 4 Shadowy Backstreet. We even have a man land in 1 Restless Fortress. This many dual color lands ensures that we're never going to get color screwed. We have 1 Demo Field in case there are opposing sort of Fountainports we got to blow up. And we have 3 Fountainports ourselves because Fountainport is very good in a control deck that if it's a control deck mirror, then we can, you know, churn out the 1/1 fish or get card draws or get treasure to ramp. All good stuff. And if it's aggro, that's fine. The rest of the deck is made to handle aggro. So that's kind of the whole idea of this deck. Also, I forgot to talk about this. I think I talked about it before. But Adagia is able to... we're able to station Adagia with Ketramose. Even though we can't attack with them, we can still station. And that means that when we get to +12, which is 3 stations from a Ketramose, we get to start copying stuff. We can copy our Mazemind Tome and draw cards. We can copy our Scene Rip and exile stuff. We can copy our Nowhere to Run. And every time we copy Nowhere to Run, we exile something. So even though it's legendary, there's no problem, right? We copy a Nowhere to Run, it kills something, and then we copy Nowhere to Run again. The first Nowhere to Run dies. We don't care about that at all because we can keep doing that. So yeah, this is a pretty good card for this deck. Kind of a hidden ability that not a lot of people think of. I didn't want to also slot in the black version, what is that, the Sun Sekundi, because I don't think we have that many creatures, and crewing this to 12 and then sacrificing a Ketramose just to draw 4 cards isn't that good because Ketramose is already drawing us cards by being on the board. So that's the whole idea of the deck. Let's go into the game and see how well we can do. Alright, our opponent is dominant on... He's dominant. And he is 1. We go first, 2 Seam Rib and a Strategic Betrayal, so... I guess we're playing against a control opponent now, because this is the hand that they will give me against control opponent. But I do have a Fountainport if they're control, so that is a good side. Okay, so here's the Fountainport and here's Mazemind Tome. We got the Mazemind Tome out underneath a counterspell, so this will draw us 4 cards. That's looking up. Okay. Overlord of the Balmerk. I can exorcise that. No need, not in a hurry to do that. Let's just Shadowy Backstreet here. Toss another Shadowy Backstreet. Pass a turn. It's probably gonna play the Steam Core Scholar here, right? That makes sense. Now it's gonna try to Kavaro us. Yep. Who could have thunk it? I would like to draw a card. It is a tap land. I would like to exile your graveyard. And I also would like to draw a card with the Mazemind Tome. Kiora. Bringer. 2 bringers. Oh, that's fun. Okay, so let's do this. We'll play our Ketramose first. And strategically, you've been betrayed. We draw, oh, that's a lot of betrayal. Looks like your whole deck is betraying you now. I think that's game. I think it's game, but you never know, right? Stuff could happen. I think I want the card. Now this is just me, but I don't like the cards. Get them out of here. I don't want you to have a graveyard. Take 4. And then, do I exorcise that? I think we Duress them first. Okay, so they got another Overlord and another Cavaros. If that's the case, let's get rid of this now. Shadowy Backstreet. Ooh, that's a good card. Would he bring back anything? He doesn't. Alright, well, why would I scry? I already have that card I wanted. Deadly cover up. I want to exile your bringer and all other bringers from your deck. That you got no more bringers. Did I exile all the bringers already? There's Valgavoth. There is that, but that's about it. Then I got an Ultima. Steam Core Skull. Without the bringer, his deck's not as scary. He drops the Cavaros. Count Greeter. He's gonna give me a free card draw this way. There's a Valgavoth, but again, not that scary. I want to tell me which card I brought back. That's weird. Okay, let's draw a card. Do we draw another card? Or do we just scry here? Let's draw a card this way. He could Cavaros into a Valgavoth. Do I care about that? Not really, right? So nowhere to run your Scholar. So we can hit him for 4. And I have 4 mana, so we can just throw this up. We can either Archenemy's Charm or we could Mazemind Tome. Bring out your Valgavoth if you think that's a good play. There's a nowhere to run here, so another Cavaros. Okay. What would you like this time? Overlord. Should you Overlord first? Alright. Ward, baby. Let's scry. What are we gonna get? I don't want another Ketramose, so it's a good way to get rid of that. I can't really get rid of this other Cavaros, right? Is there any good way? Doesn't look like it. Oh, you just took it. Why didn't you block? Menace. I knew that. I knew I had Menace. What are you saying? I don't know the cards I have? I could have won with the Restless Fortress. Whoops! Whoopsie. I mean, he might have removal, right? Attack for 4. Having this instead of Terror to Peak instead of Vein Ripper is wild. Also, what the hell? Arena? What happened? You're supposed to show me those cards. Town Greeter. That's a free card draw for me. Good arrows. Ass. Another Valgavoth, maybe? I mean, I don't think this matters, because if I just attack with the Restless Fortress, he dies. I got a Strategic Betrayal. He's got 2 cards. Maybe it's a removal. I draw a card. What has it? I exorcise this. I draw another card. Oh no, he got my exercise. Well, get rid of all that. And GG. They got tear apart. That's what you get for putting blue in your deck and not playing the right, whatever that thing is, Awaken Honor Dead. Alright, our opponent is Dui Veloso. Veloso? Whatever he is fervent. Alright, we're going first. Against Fervent, this is a very scary hand, but I got 3 lands and I got a Mazemind Tome, so I think we try it. Okay, so they're not red. This is interesting, right? Not only are they not red, I think they're a graveyard deck. The Raise the Past deck. So if I can survive long enough, or stop the... Nope, never mind. Alright. We have Boar Wipes in the deck though, so... Again, yeah, we just gotta survive long enough for the Boar Wipes to hit. What would he take? Exorcise is not good. Probably the Archenemy's Charm. We do get a Boar Wipe. Now, are we ever gonna hit it? That's the question. Case. Right into an Exorcise. Amalia. It's a lot of free card draws for him. Shelter. Okay. Not too much damage in, anyways. I would like to draw a card. Please be a, not a land. No? This is a land though, so the question is, no, I don't think so. I think we just exercise Amalia and take a 3. I know I have nowhere to run, but I think I need the lands more. Room Lurker Bat. You can gain some life, I don't care about that at all. Do have to stop the shelter from happening. Do I? I mean, I guess if I have a chance, I would. Ooh, Amalia again. This one, I think I want to stop. Where's the triggers? Arena? Don't do this to me. There it is. Alright, you gain those life. You can solve his case. The case is solved. Now he can sack it to replay Amalia if he wants. But he don't get to. Sack one creature and your entire graveyard, please. Hardcast Halil. He will gain 3 life though, so he will draw that card. It's pretty nice. Nice for our opponent, bad for us. Also, we're down to 10. Holy shit! How'd this happen? Will I be able to draw a land? I could blow up this board. Then he just casts it again, huh? Well, if he sacks it, he can cast one of these. Yeah, but if I don't do it right now, he might get another bat, so... Had to be done. He didn't do it. He gained that life. You gained that life, buddy. But since he didn't do it, we're gonna get rid of it before he can do it. Rune Lurker Bat. We'll exile the earth. We're slowly whittling him down, right? I think. We're slowly whittling him down. Now, Rune Lurker Bat is scary. Sort of. I get 4 life on me, so I might be able to just kind of play with that. If he doesn't do anything, I'm just going to Fountainport Treasure. This is end turn. This is end turn. Fountainport Treasure. Ha, tap land. Okay. So here is Eugene. Exile your bat. Would have got a protection spell for the bat? I mean, if you want to play your protection spell right here, I guess you could do that. I would like to draw a card and gain 3 life, please. It's a get lost, huh? I feel like it's a get lost. No, Bitter Triumph is almost a get lost. That's fine, we still draw the card. So Eugene exiled something and replaced himself.
Insight is vital to
and our robbery, that will break him. Now his top card though, that might be what matters. Lunar Convocation. It's a pretty good card. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain and lost life, you didn't gain life. He's just lost life twice. Vendetta. I don't know what to hit with the Vendetta. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can steal 6 cards from him. Is that worth the trouble? He does have a lot of cards and a lot of life to play with. But as long as I don't allow him to gain life, he won't get too far ahead of us. Case. Now he's gonna gain life. Oh, he has no creatures. Is it my entrant? Right. 6 cards from you, please. Please and thank you. This robbery is outrageous. And GG. Haha. he got robbed so hard he quit. Alright, our opponent is Moon AF. He's brilliant. And he gets to go first with this trash of... How is robbery always in our opener? We got the 1. Do I keep this hand? I got a betrayal. Technically can draw cards. If I get a 3rd land. Against this, I think I need a lot more removal, right? This is a little bit better. Put away the Bleachbone Verge. Let's put away the Swamp. Blue-white. I'm not liking my odds against blue-white unless it's another tap land. This kind of decides it, right? If it's a tap land here, we are in good graces. If it's Duress, I don't even know what's going on anymore, but since it's Duress, we gotta respect it. As much as I hate to say it, we gotta respect that. Now, how do we respect it, though? I think we betray it. I don't think this deck plays with Graveyard too much, and it's much better to play on curve, so that next turn we got a 1 and 2. Town Greeter. Oh, he does play with Graveyards too? Jesus. This seems fair. Exactly what I thought was going to happen. Gene Pollinator too? Alright, we'll let him pollinate, but it seemed like he didn't have a reanimation spell. What is this deck? It's actually catching me pretty off guard here. Exorcise, don't need that. You know what? Let's draw a card. We drew a Duress. Let's Duress him. What are you trying to play? What is your deck trying to play? Three steps, mutation, which is also a counterspell, and then shelter. Protection and growth. Oh. Alright, well, there's a lot of counterspells happening here. Let's stop this one from happening. Very nice. Very nice card to draw there. Not a land. So yeah, 21 lands and I'll flood every game. 25, 26 lands. Screw you. Mana, get mana screwed. I'm gonna have to take a lot of damage. Okay, well that is a land. So we'll draw the land, finally. So we can play another Mazemind Tome. Let's walk into that one. So my Mazemind Tome still gets countered? Why did it still get countered? What? Hey, hold on a second. That was cheating. Oh. Why did it get countered? I stopped it from happening. I don't know. Seems like arena's rigged. Can I get an untapped land here finally? Ooh, that's a tap land. Do I draw the tap land and the hope that I... This is really hard, right? Because if I take it away and I don't draw an untapped land, I kind of give away the win. Nah, still, come on. Don't be a coward. Just play the game. They got one draw. Are they going to draw a counterspell? Top deck a counterspell? No. Alright, I got 4 draws towards the land. Let's see how unlucky I can be. 4 draws toward the land. 1. 2. Actually, no. 5 draws toward the land. You manifest. 3. It's about to be 4. Okay. 4th draw. 4th draw does the trick. Not even winning, just now we're on even ground, sort of. And then the anchorage is gonna start hitting us. I mean, okay, this is probably the best case scenario if an anchorage hit us, because not afraid of that at all. Then he maps, which would tap him out. He gets a land though, so good things for our opponent, but we did have to dig pretty deep. Ketramose is nice, but I don't think I have the time. Really? Right into the demo field. Is there something he can do? Is it Tashana? Malcolm. Alright. Weird, but okay. Oh, they don't have basic lands. Fun. Pass? Alright, let me draw a card here. Seam Rip, that's nice. Since I have a Seam Rip, maybe I want extra cards. Let's Seam Rip this Malcolm. And what are we gonna draw here? Ultima. Don't like that at all. Put a page counter on it just gains more life. Sure. Kinda necessary. We can wipe their board. I had 5 mana. I can't believe I'm still mana screw, like 20 cards into the game. He's just gonna Oculus me. He's gonna shelter? Please shelter me. He didn't shelter me. He did shelter me. Okay. Where is that going to hit? The Ketramose? I mean, I do want to draw that land anyway, so I think we'll just go manifest. Oh, well, I did that for no reason. I could have gained 4 life. Cosmogran. Do they have another spell to play? If they have another spell to play, they should play it, right? Unless it's a land. No, it is a spell, so you do get the pluses. Oh, you get to... No, it just goes away. Seam Rip. I could attack. Screw rid of one of those. I want to gain a life. Huh. He's shocked in for some reason. You know what? I think I'll just take it. It's not too much damage. Now create a treasure. Ooh, that's a sick card. So exile one of your creature, and then the rest of your graveyard. I don't want to see more Oculus. Let me draw a card, and there's a Eugene. I would like to gain some life. Alright, he's definitely going to trigger the Cosmogran this turn. Yep. One good play deserves another, I suppose. Or one good draw deserves another. So I can get rid of the Cosmogran. Take 1 versus take 2? I think I'll just take the 2. They do get to draw a card. I also get to draw a card, right, with Eugene? Let's exile the Cosmogran.
Preparation yields success. I am the master. Fools have sowed discord. And
I gained the life this way, but I could also just protect Eugene. I think I just do that. No tax. Nowhere to Run is a good card. Oh, GG. Yeah, Planeswalkers are pretty broken. We had to wade through a lot of crap to actually get to our deck, but we got there. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you saw all those Ketramose games, how does this deck feel? We played 4 games today. I won 3 of them. It's still a frustrating deck to pilot a lot of times. And this is my same experience last time because the matchmaker is just not being friendly with us. They're teaming up with the shuffler to kind of screw us because we always get this side against control and then this side against aggro, and we need the opposite, and we didn't get the opposite. So a lot of times it is a harder matchup to fight. And oh, did we get Mana Screw with 25 lands in a deck. So 25 lands and we get Mana Screw. And you might think, yeah, you're a control deck. You should be running 26, 27 lands. But we get flooded when we're running 21 lands. The shuffler is not smart. I honestly think sometimes maybe I should just go down to 22 lands and see if this deck does better because the shuffler might flood us with 22 lands. And then we can actually play our stuff. So, yeah. Very hard to draw lands with this deck for some reason, but it's still able to do its thing. Now, there is an additional component that I did consider about that might sound insane, but it is something that everyone can think about. So, wait, I need to take this out. So, Shadowy Backstreet. So many games where I needed that 5th land to be untapped, and all I draw is either Concealed Courtyard or Shadowy Backstreets. Backstreet does the Surveil one, but do I really need the Surveil one? So a lot of times I feel like maybe it would have been better if I had, where is it, Multiversal Passage instead of Shadowy Backstreet. Just because this is a guaranteed untapped land if I need it to be, even at the cost of 2 life. But that's okay, right? And the cost of 2 life to not lose the game, that might be relevant. So yeah, that might be a small fix to the deck that I did consider. But that's pretty much all I want to talk about. The whole deck. And it is exactly how I want the deck to do. You know, kill creatures early, kill creatures late, and then Eugene or Rob, and then they quit the game. That's the whole idea. Ancient Vendetta is a very good card, but right now, there's not really much Ancient Vendetta can hit because not a lot of decks are actually honing on one card except Vivi, and Vivi's going to get banned real soon. So, you know, right now, if you do face Vivi and you Vendetta their Vivi, it's going to feel good. But almost more often than not, this is just being a deck card in your hand. There's only one off, so it's not too bad, but it's still something to consider. And that's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.